Going live. Going live. Are we live? Yes, we're live. Hey guys, thank you so much for waiting for me. I'm so sorry that I'm so late, but we went down the hill and things took longer than anticipated, but we had a really good time. How is everybody? Hello, this is Infiniti. Who's all here? Thanks for being here. Is it blazing hot where you are? It definitely is here. We went down the hill. I think it was around 105 or 108 or I don't even know, whatever. It was warm. Not nearly as hot up here though. So it's nice here. I'm still kind of getting situated because we just got back. I went to a couple stores and the grocery store, so I had stuff to put away. I'm still I got flowers. These are 5-stem gladius. What are these? Gladius. I always have such a hard time saying that every single time. Hi there. Hi, Kieran. I'm so sorry we haven't been able to connect. I couldn't even get here in time, much less have time to have a chat. Because we decided to go down the hill today. So I just got these. Aren't these beautiful? I've been getting these like all the time lately because they're only $3.99 for all of these stems. And there's like 4 or 5 stems. And what's so cool about these is that each one of these opens up over the coming days. So as like the next week and a half to like, if they last about, and I keep them afterwards and I dry them and I keep them. So I have some old ones over here. Let's see these right here. These were bright pink before. They kind of fade. But they're really, really pretty. They come in all sorts of different colors. I don't know if any good. And then those are my magnificent lilies. I did a video that I tried so hard yesterday to get up online. I was having I haven't even tried again. I haven't had time to today. It's literally been nonstop. So anyway, we just got home and had to get set up, put stuff away. Thank you. I'm super excited about these. I've wanted to get this. I love purple. I wanted to get this violet or this purple last time, but they didn't have any that were fresh enough. So I got pink again, which is, I love pink as well. But this time, these are super healthy, brand new. They're barely started opening up here on the bottom. I have a vase right here. I'm just going to stick these in here now just so they can stay hydrated and happy. And then I'll move things around later. So there we go. And where am I going to put them? I will put them so we can all enjoy them for right now. I put them right here. So how is everybody? How are you ladies? We'll give this some time. There's also some really loud construction going on. It did occur to me, of course, because it's Saturday and they're always doing construction here on Saturday. But it just really depends on what they're doing. They can be more or less intrusive, and they're really doing some hacking, some sawing. I don't know if you guys could hear that earlier. The windows are open, by the way, because it's hot. So when we get to meditation, I mean, who knows when that's going to be. We're going to chat for a bit. We're going to do some cards. And then we'll get to the meditation. So hopefully it won't be that big of a problem. They're not going to go too late. I'm good. I'm a little tired. I was yawning on the way up here. And Rick is like, how are you going to do with this meditation? And I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But yeah, I definitely, I'm a bit tired. I didn't get to bed until 5 a.m. Because I took a nap and I woke up at like 4 or 4:30. I can't remember. I think it was like 4 yesterday. I was editing this video and I was trying to upload it. Well, I was trying to actually extract it from a program and then upload it, and it kept going all the way to like 90% that it was going to like save and extract to my camera, and it'd be like failure, and I'd be like, and then I delete some stuff and try again. I think I tried it several times, and it got me really tired. So I ended up crashing. I thought, oh, maybe I'll fall asleep for like an hour because I was going to take a bath. And then I woke up at like 4:30. It's like, holy shit. Wow. It was very late. And anyway, by the time other stuff happened, I don't even remember. It's all a blur. Then I took an extremely long bath by the time I finally got in there. And meditation and bath, and I did that video in the bath with my blue bath salts and fizzies, whatever it's called. It's amazing. It's so amazing. I love it so much. And then finally, when I got out of the bath, and I think I fell asleep in there for a bit. I sleep in the bathtub. I know it's like, I'm not telling people to do that, but I can do it. Even slept a little bit. I did that the other day as well. But just the channeling and the meditating, it's just like when we're in our meditations. It's the same for me. I'll feel like it's been a half hour, and I'll look at the time after I've done this whole meditation channeling thing, and it's like an hour and a half goes by, and I'm like, I've been in the bath. Like the water will start to get cold, but when I'm in that space, I don't know it. So anyway, after I got out of there, I was starving, and then I needed to eat, and then I was super tired. I felt like if I closed my eyes for any length of time, I could probably fall asleep, especially after that epic long bath and shower. But at the same time, I really wanted to do some art. And it seems like I have this pattern where I cannot get to the art until some point in the evening because of the day. The day is busy with day stuff, and then I finally get to, so I'm like, it's like 2 full-time jobs almost, it seems like. And so I started on another one before my bath and then continued with it. It's not finished yet. I worked on it until 5 a.m. And when I started to see light come up, oh, my battery is low. Uh-oh, that's not good. When I started to see light, I shut it down. And that was after 5. So yeah, and then I was awoken. I can't remember why. And that was somewhere around, I remember when I left my bedroom because I had to go to the bathroom. I thought it was going to say, the clock was going to say more like 7, but it was like almost 10. And I was like, are you serious? Doesn't feel like that. I've been sleeping for that long. What the heck? And so I just stayed up. So I was up till 5, slept till 9:30, and been up and kind of running around ever since. This is what I was working on last night. It's not done yet. It's nowhere near done, actually. It's nowhere near done. I have a decent idea of where I'm going with it, though. So there's that. I was working on last night. I did not want to stop, but I made myself stop. So So Miss Willow, how are you? How are you doing? You love it like it is right now. Thank you. I do too. I do too. Yeah, I'm enjoying that one so far. I like it. But it's gonna have more. But I am taking pictures of it in stages. I'm trying to get better with that because I work really fast, and by the time I'm like, shit. I should have documented this better, but I just kind of don't. I'm not good with it. So, but this one, I didn't take a picture of the. I did a light pencil sketch first. Just I went through it really quick in pencil, and then kind of I probably need to take another picture of it, but it's got gradients of. So this is kind of cool. It's for you to see. I got as far as. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you're wonderful. So up here, you can see the difference between the forever and the always. So there's this purple that this is all watercolor pencil. So this purple is me just putting in the color, but I haven't painted it yet. And let me show you that again. See that? You can tell it's just like, it looks like pencil, right? But and the and as well. But the always I was able to go through and start and do the painting. So that's when you wet the paint and then, obviously. So that's how it looks after. Before and after water. So that's kind of cool. So I did the pink in a couple of different stages with pencil and water. So it's all about layers. It is time consuming. It's all about layers. So I did the pink and went through it and painted it. And then I went through with the purple and some blue. And that's when I started doing that. But there is going to be a lot more to it. 12/27 on 7/27. Happy Power Ascension Day, you guys. I love you guys always and forever. Soul family. That's what that's all about. Always and forever. I think I showed you guys this one the other day. Again, another one not done yet. I wish I had $1 for every time I said not done yet, not finished yet. Have a lot of those. But anyway, so not done yet. In process, yes. Work in progress. That's what it's called. Work in progress. When I show people stuff, I always have to say it's not finished. So that's another one not finished. I'm not sure if you guys have seen all these. This one, again, I have not gotten back to this since I started it that one night. Whenever, I think that was 2 or 3 art nights ago. With this one. And there's a little bit of theme going on. This like circular pattern with these colors. It's just kind of what I'm. And then this is the first one. Wow, that is so bright in here. It's washing it at this. Yeah. I have to show it to you later because it's. I don't know if you guys can. Oh, that's a little bit better. You guys can see the color. It's just the sun is just seriously coming through here right now. Look at me. Oh, it's really, really bright in here. But yeah, this is the first one that I did. And then it's kind of been this. I wish this paper was better. It's not the greatest paper, but yeah, I'm into the way this one turned out too. I really love this color palette. I've just been gravitating towards different variations of that. The blues, the greens, the purples, the variations of all those colors together with a little bit of pink. I'm just like, I can't get enough of it. But I am doing other stuff too. You too? Yeah, it's just, for the most part, that's where my eyes will lock in on when I'm looking at color. I did do a little bit more with this one. Again, that's kind of blowing it out, but that's what I was working on the last time we did a live, when I kept getting problems with the internet, got locked off, or knocked off, I said locked off. So this one, work in progress. And then there's my latest like one that I'm like totally in love with. And you saw me working on this willow, but you have not seen, I have not posted anything on it yet. I don't know why. I just haven't. I did show it to Karen. I texted it to Karen, so Karen has seen this, but this developed this is a painting I was working on the other day, and a face formed. Well, you tagged me, dork. I mean, I went on Instagram. I wasn't going to go to your looking at your stuff or even look at the feed, but sometimes I go in there for different reasons. I can't remember why I go in there, but this thing came up. I was tagged in a picture. I was like, what was I tagged in? And then it was that. I was like, I wasn't supposed to see that, I'm pretty sure, but she tagged me in it. So maybe this isn't the thing I'm not supposed to see. I was a little confused. I'm like, what is happening? But anyway, so, and this one's not done yet either. I think. I'm not, I mean, there's a little bit more that I want to do with this, but this was a really fun experience for me. This one here. So. Oh, and then look at what I got today. I haven't even taken the tags off. We went to TJ Maxx. Is there TJ Maxx in North Carolina and Canada, you guys? Yeah, I'm going to have to get some water on this, but isn't it adorable? It's a crystal elephant. $5.99. And Rick bought it for me. I was like, look at this. He goes, look at, we just kept seeing elephants all day. He's like, what's with the elephants today? And I'm like, yeah, they're another one of my animals for sure. And then I saw this one. I go, look at this. And for whatever reason, this one was $5.99. The ones sitting right next to it were $12.99. He goes, that's a really good deal. I mean, this thing is heavy. It's really nice. It was made in Indonesia. I think it's granite. It's just beautiful. So cute. To me, it looks like a baby elephant, not like an adult elephant. I know, elephants just kill me. I love them so much. Oh my God. Like the best thing in the world is see a baby elephant playing and like chasing each other around or chasing dogs around. Have you seen those videos of elephants, little baby elephants playing? I can't. I just can't. I could burn a lifetime looking at elephants. Seriously, I went to the zoo once, and we got to the elephant exhibit, and there was there was like 3 different mothers with their babies. And I just didn't want to leave. Like, people are like, can we, like, I was with other people that wanted to go look at other stuff. And I was like, I can't leave here. I just could not stop. Like, they had to make me leave the elephants after like 3 hours. I was like, go, I'll go jump you. I don't really care about anything else right now. It was awesome. I love watching them. They're so adorable. So adorable. So yeah, elephants. I have a couple of elephant things right here. This is another stone elephant that I have. Isn't that cute? Got that. And then my friend years ago for my birthday, oh, she didn't even put what year this was. Seriously? This was probably at least like 12 to 15 years ago. Isn't that adorable? Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, 8, 10, 11 years ago. Oh, I know. It's one of my favorite things. She's an amazing artist. Yeah. And look at it. It's got stuff on it. Yeah, I know. It's one of my favorite things. So anyway, another elephant. Super cute. Yeah, TJ Maxx is an amazing store. It's like a Marshall's or Ross kind of place. Very similar. But TJ Maxx is like my favorite of those. I just thought the other day that Rick should have a diffuser. And so they had them there, and they had essential oils, like way discounted, way discounted, like sets that are normally like $30 for $7. So it was awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking I wanted to get you a diffuser. And he's like, really? Well, yeah, there's one right here. So we got in this little one that lights up. It's perfect. And I just put in, yeah, it's going. I just put in this rose essential oil. See that? I just got, this came with rose and lavender and jasmine. I want to see this jasmine. I'm not, depending on the lavender, I'm like, lavender's not one of my favorites. There's definitely other ones I like more than most lavenders, honestly. I know that some people love it. I love jasmine. I like jasmine more than lavender. And this is amazing. These oils are really, really, really good. I had a feeling they would be. Just the way they're packaged, you can kind of tell. This rose is amazing. And then let's see this lavender. You're not a fan of lavender? Yeah, I'm not. Most lavenders I smell, and I'm like if it's in a blend, I'm more into it. But I pretty much never drop lavender into my diffuser. But it comes in sets, so I have several lavenders actually. I have like 3 or 4 lavenders. I do like, I think it's French lavender better than regular lavender. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I feel the effects of it. I understand the aromatherapy aspects of it, that it is a soothing scent. It does invoke that kind of relaxed state. But the smell itself, it's way down on the list for favorite smells for sure. You hate cedarwood? Oh, I like cedarwood. Lemongrass is the only one that I have to kind of prepare myself for, because to me it's so intense and it bites. So if I know something has lemongrass in it, I'll kind of approach it a little slowly. But that's really the only one that I'm not super into. But this jasmine is beautiful. Oh, it smells delicious. If these were all open when we were looking at them, we would still be there. We were just looking at the boxes and reading the things, and I was like, because they come with like relax, invigorate, and tension, this, that, for all these different things. And I told them, they said they really work. They really, really work. They're essential oils and aromatherapy is no joke. It's an absolute. I mean, if you want to work with your senses, with your mood in a really, really organic, natural way, essential oils, and like in a diffuser, you can get necklaces, you can put it on like bracelets and stuff. I really believe that was a huge part of my awakening process, to be honest with you. When a few years ago, I'm new to all of this stuff that I talk about, really, truly, honestly. It's only been a few years. So I don't present myself as, an expert in anything I talk about, basically. Like, I've been doing this for 20 years. No, I was asleep. I was sick and asleep for most of my life up until about 7-8 years ago. So, and then it was a slow process, but working it with the things that I do, like crystals and essential oils, and whatever else that I talk about, I can't remember right now, but is something that's newer in my life that I'm still learning about. So, but a few years ago, when I was like that, going through that dark night of the soul and kind of figuring stuff out and going, I feel like I'm in a car and I have some destination plugged in, but there's no gas. There's just no gas to even start the car, to get it to go. And I feel like I need something to help me with this. And I had weed, but weed wasn't doing it. And then, of course, I was guided. I can't remember how. Maybe it just popped up on my suggested things on Amazon, just how things pop up suggested on your YouTube, right? And it was like mood enhancer or whatever, essential oil, blah, blah, blah. And I went, oh, ding, 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 ding. My guides are like, yes, yes, yes. And I had always wanted to have one and try it. And so that's what that guy is back there. That's my essential oil diffuser. I've had it for a few years now. It changes color and it lasts for hours and it's amazing. And I love it. And so anyway, I got this one, it was like a mood enhancer one. And it was a nice one too. Like a bottle like this was like $30, but I said everything. But it was like on a flash sale, those like daily deals. It was on a flash sale for $20. And I was like, ooh, I'll do that. And it was exactly what I needed, like mood enhancing, lifting, get whatever, like lift your mood, get invigorated, whatever it was. It spoke to me in a way that nothing else did. And I swear to you, within a couple of days of having that, and I loved the scent. It was a great blend. And within a couple of days of having this going in my home, I did get that gas in my tank, and I did start feeling the bite to do things, and except for laying there and being in my head and not, just wishing I was anywhere else or whatever I was doing. But I also knew deep down, like, I need to get on with shit. I just don't know what to do. I can't get myself there. I don't know. It was weird. And then seriously, the essential oils, it was huge for me. So I love them. I love them. I have like rows and rows and rows and rows of them as I've collected them, because they're wonderful. You'll get in your kind of, for me, like, I'll burn through a whole bottle of sweet peppermint oil, because that's all I want to smell for like a month, and that's fine, and whatever it is. but it's good to have your candles. But scent is so important to our, God, I smell good. I also got this oil perfume rollerball stuff. Oh, they're beautiful. They have flowers in them, and one's jasmine, one's rose, and one's like apricot and fig. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I put little here, a little there, a little there. So every time you smell my hands, I'm just like, they're amazing. They're perfume. They're oil perfume, but like rollers. So they're not alcohol based. They're oil based, and they're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. They're in glass, which I love. I'm a glass freak. So they're just beautiful. So got all this beautiful scent stuff today. I've got the rose stuff going on. Got fresh flowers, which seriously, you guys, do you guys get fresh flowers? Like just to have fresh flowers in your home? Gilbert, hi. Should have got a Tesla. No, but I'm talking about inside. Yeah, I used to not be into flowers. I was like, why? They're gonna die. Plants live. Why get flowers? And then that was another like big changing. Like and I would see the flower guy at the farmer's market and just walk right by him. And then all of a sudden it was, you need to go get some fresh flowers. And I was hooked after that. It was like, these flowers are meant to be enjoyed in your home. Another way to bring Gaia into your home. You can just spend, depending on where you're going and what you're getting, you spend $5 or $10. You just there's beautiful bouquets at the grocery store sometimes. Farmers markets, your local little shops, you could just go in there, pick out a few different stems, and then always have fresh flowers. These, seriously, $4 for this. And they last for days and days and days. And it really adds this element in your home that plants are great, but that plants, even flowering plants, don't do something that evokes something in you that, oh, that's not connected. That flowers and vases do. I mean, that's just pretty. Look at that. Can't deny how pretty it is to have when you go into a store, when you go into a hotel, when you go into a restaurant, when you go into somebody's home and there's fresh cut flowers, you're like, oh, that's nice, right? Even if they don't smell. I like the smelly kind. That's what I call them, fragrance. The fragrance flowers. I like the smelly kind. That's me personally. But I'll take flowers I'll take whatever. And so I have a thing where I try to have fresh cut flowers in my home all the time if I possibly can. If I'm not totally poor, and that's not something that I, can splurge on, but typically it could be small. Why bother? Well, why for yourself? Yeah, you should definitely bother. It's kind of like the same, and I used to have this idea where like, I'm not going to go through a whole cooking thing just for me. I'll just do a TV dinner kind of thing. I'll just do a frozen dinner kind of thing and be done with it, just get some food in my belly. But and that was another thing too that I had a big change of, was like, just for me, how about I'm the most important person to do this for is me, to cook a nice meal for myself a couple times, 4 times a week, maybe have my leftovers, and make that a priority. So I think we just kind of get into this funk where we decide we're not worth certain things. What was that? That was weird. So it's just, it's a frame of mind. You know, you just have to decide, like, no, it is, it is totally worth it to have my space a certain way, to eat or cook a certain way, or to whatever. You could be like, well, it's just me. Nobody comes over. I'm in and out and da 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 da. But there's something to be said for the atmosphere in which you spend your time inside, and what's in it. So things on your walls and the living, if you have living things, or if you don't, to get living things. It's like a jungle in here. You got yourself pussy willows. Oh, those are, I love pussy willows. I have a bunch. I have white ones and I have some little purple ones. Oh, that's awesome. You are worthy of flowers. Oh my God. You have a card for where I get flowers, and I have a whole bunch. I thought you said you don't have flowers inside. Yeah, so consider getting some and keeping some fresh cut flowers in your house. And when you know, pay attention when you're out to the different stores you go to, or the florist in your area, go in, peek around, see how much they cost. You can, like I said, you can just spend $5 or $10 and have some fresh cut flowers in your house. And then what's really cool about them is if you take really good care of them, they last a long time. And then you can dry them after, and then start to have a nice collection of dried flowers too. So, and that's what I do too. There's certain things I definitely have to throw away, but then there's other things that you can dry and keep in your home. If you get roses, you can hang them upside down and have dried roses. Like I've got these guys that are dried. And I think dried flowers are really pretty. So, yeah, that too. Put them in your tub. You can collect your, oh, I gotta move that. Collect your petals, etc. My lilies are like in a tornado. Oh, Rosie, you're so cute. And if you do get fresh cut flowers and have flowers at home, just make sure your fans are not on them. They're not getting direct sunlight, because they will wilt and die faster with any kind of extreme temperature. So no, don't put them underneath like a ceiling fan. If a fan's like directly on them, or the sun hitting them, obviously don't do that. You want to keep them in kind of a neutral space. They get bright light, but no direct sunlight. Nothing too well. Cold is good. Cold is better than warm for cut flowers. Doesn't matter what flower it is. And then plant food, actually, or cut flower food. Actually, I have to go get some from Shannon for mine that I cut, my lilies that I cut here for my own garden. So they definitely last longer. It'll keep them fed, and it'll keep the water clean if you put fresh cut flower food in your water. Flower gossip. Now that you put it that way, you're so cute. Flower gossip. Yes, flowers. And that's the video that I was trying to get up all day yesterday, was me talking about my garden, my flowers, and having flowers and stuff like this. So there's a video hopefully coming on that. But yeah, definitely you'll know, and then you'll be like, oh, how did I ever live without this in my life? And you don't need 12 vases like some crazy people, but maybe you do. But start with 1 or 2. You could, like I said, find your local farmers market, see if they have a florist there. Go to your local florist, or and even Walmart has flowers. They're everywhere. And you can get a bunch for $5, $6, $7, or pick your own at the florist and make your own kind of bouquet and have fun with it. And you can even use them as inspiration for your art. You can draw and paint them. all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so there's plant food and flower food for pretty much everything. But you know, like when you've seen like you get flowers from the florist and it comes in that little packet, that's what that is. And it's mixed with like sugar and some type boric acid, I think, or some type of, I don't know if that's right, not boric acid, some kind of acid, something. And then there's a couple of ingredients. You can make it yourself. Lemon juice. There's like a couple different things in it that keeps the water regulated and keeps the flowers getting nutrients so they can live longer. Yeah. So, and it definitely helps. And I meant to get some from her yesterday and I didn't. So that kind of sucks. I didn't get any flowers from her, so I got my blue bath stuff. You guys see my video of me in the bathtub with my blue bath? That stuff is just amazing. It's just amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. It feels heavenly. And boric acid. Speech of plants, boric acid, yeah. I know. The blue color is just so bright. And I love that you can't see through it. And the smell and the feeling of it feels so, so, so good. Now I want to know what kind of acid it is. It's not citric acid? Citric acid. You know what I'm talking about. It's the good stuff. Yeah, so anyway, don't mind me. I'm off in a million directions here. I'm thirsty. And it's so warm in here. Look at this, you guys. I'm going to show you this window. See if I can anyway. You said even regular. Look at that. The sun is directly coming in here. Ugh, look at my lilies. One stalk, 8 flowers, you guys. That is the kind of the whole like showcase of my video that didn't post yesterday. It was about my lilies. So this right here, it's one stalk. Look at that thing. Ever seen something like this in your life? I sure haven't. And it would be enough if they were just beautiful, which they are. It is. It, they, whatever, however you want to. But the fact that they smell like just absolute heaven. Heaven, if you guys know the smell, the scent of lilies, there's truly nothing like it. And they're my favorite. And I have them in abundance. And I didn't buy any this season. I just have them from before. They come back every year. They're perennial bulb flower, and they grow these amazing. This thing was taller than me. You'll see in the video. It's taller than me by like 1.5 foot. I have pictures looking up at it because it grew so big. The stalk on it is, or the stem on it is about that thick. It is the most epic thing I've ever seen in as far as lilies go in my life. I don't know. I haven't been in the lily game. I don't go to fairs or anything, but I think I would win a prize with this thing. Just say it. It's amazing. Oh, thank you. Oh, they smell so good. And there's so many different kinds. These red ones, this is my last one of my red ones, or I don't even know, wine. I don't even know what, it's faded now. I have pictures of it. It's also in this video. These ones are actually not supposed to smell at all. And they were so fragrant. I almost didn't even stick my face in. I was like, oh, it's beautiful. Too bad they don't smell. But I still stick my face in flowers no matter what. And I stuck my face and I went, oh my God, it's fragrant. It's just not that doesn't happen with these ones. So there's different types of lilies, the ones that do have a lot of fragrance, medium fragrance, and then no fragrance. These are known, the Starfighter, the Stargazer lilies are known to be very fragrant, and are these, and then the white ones, just the pure white ones, are fragrant. And then most of the Asiatic lilies, the one that you see that are like the orange and the reds, and those ones typically do not have any fragrance. So I kind of know my business a little bit about lilies because I love them so much. Look, I look like I'm naked. I didn't know it was that kind of webcam show. Oh. This is a brand new dress. You guys like it? Isn't it pretty? Oh. It's got it today, actually. At TJ Maxx. They have everything. Thank you. I love dresses. Okay, you guys, I need music. What's going on? Get some music going in here. 5:32 on July 27th here in the Pacific. You guys, I wish you guys were here with me because my place smells really freaking good right now. It feels really good in here, actually. It's super, it's bright, but it's nice. It's not too hot. It's warm, but it smells so good in here. My diffuser with that rose oil is just permeating this place with my lilies, the scent of these lilies alone. Like, I don't need anything else. But I also got this other amazing candle that I'd gotten about 2 years ago, and we actually saw the same candle today. And so I have that on the burner as well. It just smells delicious in here, and it feels really, really good. And anytime I have lilies, just lilies alone, but bringing these beautiful babies home too, it just feels really, really good. And I hope you guys feel really good. 4727 in here. Soul Naked. We do Soul Naked. Yeah. It reminds me of Hawaii too, and I've never been there, but I want to go. At least not in this lifetime, you know. Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, that, it looks tropical. I just love this color combination. I'm super into this business lately, like we said, and it's super cozy and comfy. And it was 105 down the hill today. Wasn't that bad. But here it's like 90. So that's a huge difference. There's one forward that you can absolutely never ask me. Oh my God, these ads are so irritating. That guy who coaches women on how to handle men. There's things you should never say to a man if you want him to be serious about you in a relationship. Use this coach strategy. People must definitely buy that shit. I see it all the time. I'm like, never say this one special phrase to a man if you ever hope to land him as a serious partner. What the fuck? Some crazy ass phrase you say to a man to make him run away. And women say it all the time. Download, buy, find out now. How to not talk to a man. Holy shit. This stuff cracks me up. I'm sure that helps keep you grounded, definitely. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's really funny is people come in my place and they go, "Oh my God, I love what you've done in here. It's so great." And I just tell them, if you take away all of the nature stuff, it would not feel like this at all. Just look at what I have in here that's of nature, and that's why you like it so much. It's nothing major. It's nothing, you know what I mean? There's nothing extraordinary. It's not like I have anything that's that wild and crazy. It's plants and flowers and crystals and a vibe. Definitely. Harmonic resonance, yeah. There's absolutely something to be said for, like, when I was in Long Beach and all I could think about was being in nature and going to nature. And I was so frustrated with it, not being where I lived and in the whole just circumstances of what was going on. And then that's also when I started getting into having plants and having fresh cut flowers and having all of that, because I really didn't before. I did a little here and there, but it's not like all my life I've been having plants and flowers all over the place. No. In fact, throughout my life, if I tried, they would die. And I just thought to myself, yeah, I'm just not meant to have those in my life because, I don't know, I just didn't. It was weird. But then everything changed, and the idea was, if I couldn't get to nature, if I can't get to nature outside the way I want to, then I'm gonna bring nature inside and have it surrounding me as best as I can. So I got to a point where I had 20 orchids and I had 3 bouquets of fresh cut flowers all the time, and I had 30 succulents on my balcony. I mean, I went from nothing to boom in like just a couple of months, because everything just kind of opened up and I connected in a way. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to, just because I'm not where exactly I want to be, I'm going to make it what I want in my home. And as soon as you walked in that place, it was like, oh, So you can, where there's a will, there's a way. Let's put it that way. Yeah, craving to be in nature. Yeah. So if you can't be in it the way you want to be in it, create it in your home. That's the only thing you can do, is create it in your home. Have pictures of nature around. Have nature in your home. Have plants. Have flowers. Have water and fountains. My whole water bowl thing, I absolutely love it. Now is an actually really good time to show you guys, because the sun is coming through here. So let me show you guys. Hold on a second. I'm going to move the camera here because I have a couple of bowls. I'm going to be getting a new camera soon, but I'm going to bring down another couple here. So this is one of my bases of colored water, like I talked to you guys about before. Here's also that color that we were talking about. So I have this just sitting on my dresser up there. Sun doesn't directly come in there, but it gets bright. So I have this and several other ones in there. I'm going to put it right here so you guys can see. And I have other ones as well. Well, it doesn't really go. It goes up there, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to take this off of here. Hopefully I'm not messing things up too badly. Bear with me, guys, because I want to show you this. there's a couple of vases. And it's so pretty when it's this time of the day and the sun is coming through. There's another. There's one right there, pink. That's a cracked, I love that vase. It's a cracked glass vase with silver in it, and I've got pink water in it. So it's already pink tinted, but I have pink water in it, so I just really brought out the pink in that. And then these over here. And then, of course, this one I just showed you guys. What is it doing? Wow. Holy cow, I can't even see it. Look at that. That's crazy. Like magic. It comes out of nowhere. Anyway, so yeah, you guys, I highly recommend trying this at home. All you need are some vases, some bowls, and actually, I can show you upstairs. Hold on, let me show you upstairs. Excuse me, Rosie. Well, not the best time of day to be showing you guys because the light is not great, but damn it. I'm gonna back up. Just try to show you the whole scene here. There we go. So there is the light is so, it's just so weird. This is like super, I'm so far away, but it feels like it's like right on top of it, and I'm not. So I have an orange, one with purple. Oops. There's my mossy mobile. So yeah, and then there's another one down here. Oh, this is that one thing I told you guys about. Oh, this thing is hot. I gotta put it down. Holy goodness gracious. Hey, that's what you guys look like. Thank you so much. It's coming along. But yeah, this is that thing I told you guys about the other day. Let's see if I can do this. See that thing? It's like all these vases, all these little teeny tiny vases. God, this is hard to do. I had flowers in that top one. And then this piece, wait, oh, there's another bowl. I have a big bowl of purple down there in front of the mirror, and more vases that I'm going to be doing stuff with. I hate the floors in here, so don't look at that. But let me, since we're here, you guys, let me just light this. Even though it's bright out, you can still see. So let me grab a candle. Oh my gosh. So it feels to fall. It's like, oh my God, dog, why do you always be right in my way? Okay. So put the candle down there. Stay over there. All right. It's so cool. Let me see. I can show you. and it's filled with water. And what's really interesting is this other top piece, when it's not filled with water, it won't sit on top perfectly. You see how it just sits like that? When it's empty, it just falls. It's really interesting. But there it is. Whoa. Okay, so this I think is super cool when it's up. So let me get this in a good spot for you guys. I'm gonna figure this out real quick. Okay, there. Look at that. When you first light the candle, it gets super bright because you know it lights up. I know. I know. I could just relight candles over and over again because it just kind of does that. Watch, I'll do it again. Watch. It's always best the first time because it just goes. Looks like a starburst. Look at that. And then, sorry guys, I'm trying to do this. I'm gonna put this on top. You have to see it at night because it's so cool. And that top one is dirty. I have to clean it out. But when it's dark, this whole thing just lights up like a star. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't know that this is what it was designed for, but I love that I figured that part of it out. And what's so neat is that they're just these little teeny tiny, and they're all just glued together. There's 2 rows going all the way around here. It would be also fun to put colored water in here. I just haven't even gotten that far. But I love this thing. We saw it actually. I got this at the dump, the trash dump up on the mountain where all our trash goes. They have a store up there that they sell things that were donated or that were put in the trash. I'm sure this was taken up there with a bunch of stuff. And when I saw it, I went, oh my gosh, what is this? It's so cool. And Rick goes, what is it? I said, I don't know what it is, but I want it. It's amazing. And then when I did this with it, then I was just like, wow, that's awesome. So yeah, at night, it's just beyond cool. Okay, we're gonna take you guys back downstairs. You're highly amused. yeah, you guys will have to see it at night. At night, it really, really, really is special. Definitely. All right, let's see if I can do this without a whole lot of issues. Oh, that shouldn't be too bad. Ah. Oh, it's toasty in here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, that's right. And then I got something else too. This was also a gift. Oh, I gotta fix that. Work for me. Work with me. I can't get it to go up without tilting. I don't know what the problem is here. Alrighty. I see, says the blind man. I got it. I got it. I'm like, why is that happening? Albert Draper, good day. Hello. How are you? You came into my meditation the other day, but I was in a meditation. You were trying to talk to me while I was channeling in meditation. So sorry I didn't respond to you, but eyes closed in the dark, somewhere else completely. Chat is before or after meditation. And I was just showing my place here. Oh, this thing got totally tangled up. That kind of sucks. We're going to get into cards here in just a minute, now that I've done a bunch of show and tell. So how are you? Yes, I am, definitely. Outer and inner body energy states, definitely. Yeah, I got a major little knot going on right here. That's okay though, because I want to show you, yes, cards. Look at this, you guys. It was funny because I saw it at the start. It's already acting like a pendulum. Hold on. I can't hold on to anything without it swinging. Hold on a second. Seriously. It's a Swarovski crystal. Look it, I just took off this tag. Again, these colors, right? It's just absolutely mesmerizing. And then that's the back. I like stew. I saw that in the case and I went, oh my God, look at that crystal. Holy moly. I must see it. And he goes, oh, I bet that's really expensive. And I said, you never know. We're at TJ Maxx. I've gotten really great deals on jewelry at TJ Maxx before. So then I'm like, well, I'm kind of locked in here with my necklaces. I love necklaces and I love rings. I change my rings out a lot, but my necklaces are kind of what they are. I have my tanzanite necklace, cage tanzanite that I made. This is my Infiniti necklace with my dove, and then this is a rainbow titanium opaque and see-through crystal. It looks totally opaque, but once you get it in the sun and in the light, it's totally see-through, like a clear quartz crystal. And I made up the name because nobody seems to know exactly what it is. So I don't really change out my necklaces a lot, and I didn't get this really to wear. I mean, maybe sometime I'll wear it if I'm feeling it. But I was like, oh, this would be a great pendulum. And the girl's like, what's that? And then I was like, let me show you. So I held it and I was like, hold on a second. And then it just started doing its thing. She's like, oh, wow, what's that do? And I'm like, well, you can ask questions. So this will be, I'm going to fix this hot mess that's going on here. Look at that. But my new pendulum, I think, for the most part. I want to make it, I'd like to make, and I had this before, I made a pendulum that was also a necklace. I mean, any necklace, anything can really be used as a pendulum. Ooh, Albert's saying some stuff. Hey, Sean. Welcome, welcome, you guys. I'm seeing 3 people here. That sounds like an off number. My experiences started 2 years ago. Learned how to expand my consciousness while in mind, awake, body, asleep, and leave my body. I have either teleported to various places or am in a black void. You like stew? Did I miss something? What are you talking about, Sean? Oh, I'm in Top Shot. Hold on. Oh, low battery again. Can't have that. Let's put back in. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Usually in my bedroom, sometimes I can for rings of energy with intention. I've seen a pink energy form intelligence along with a white orb emanating pure bliss. You're wearing tanzanite and aqua aura? That's awesome. Any advice for increasing clarity and concentration, focus, etc. would be greatly appreciated. I always try to stay calm and do counting exercises when it starts, but often I get but now for what exactly? For meditate, just in general, for meditation, for getting into like an altered state. What are you getting, like when are you getting too excited? I could say that in general, Albert, and thanks for coming and asking. I appreciate you for being here. Really getting into your body, starting off. We start every meditation here. And are you planning on doing the meditation today? First, that's a good question to ask you here. Yeah, so what you want to do is get out of body. Okay, yeah. So good. I'm glad to hear it. So what you want to do is get into body so you can get out of body. So instead of just trying to get out of body, you really need to get into your energetic field, feel into your energetic centers, work with your full energetic system, and get into a place where you're just vibration basically that's going on. You're just feeling the vibes, and then you can start to work on what you want to do with your consciousness outside of that, when your energetic system is in a nice flowing balanced state. That's, I think, key number one. And so you'll see how we get there today. Great. Perfect. I also highly recommend doing it in the bath and in the shower. That is my preferred place to, just by accident. Yeah, you just have to really just let go. I mean, if anything, in our meditations, it's hard to come out of them because we do real astral projection, quantum leaping into higher dimensions, and I do channeling during it too. And we're in we're in a split kind of reality where our body is one place and our consciousness and our souls are, I mean, we're still connected to our body, but we're really focused with our everything in this other place. And so time is fractured in that state, and you'll see what I mean. It happens every time we go into meditation. We go into my meditations, and we come out of them, and they feel half as long as what they are. And they can be as long as a couple hours long. So hopefully you have that time once we get there, because it just flies by once we're in, and we don't know how much time has gone by until we're out. And then we tend to kind of forget stuff once we're out of that state. So it's good to go back in a conscious way if you can, and listen to the meditation when you're not doing the meditation, so you can more consciously absorb the messages that come through. Because even for myself, that's the channeler, I'll forget what was said because we're quantum, and it's like awake. It's like that wake astral projection where when you come back, you can't bring everything with you, just like a dream astral projection in a conscious state. It's very difficult. You get better and better and better at it as you do it more, but it takes practice. Like a lot of people who start with me, they'll fall asleep the first couple times. They cannot stay awake. They fall asleep. They'll wake up a lot of times right when it's ending. So they're still attached in the astral, but their body, they say they're asleep. They're not really asleep. They're more like really, 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 really deep, that they don't remember anything. But when they're coming out the exact same time as we're coming out, I know that they're not really asleep. It's a different state of consciousness. So a lot of people get there because it's such a heavy transition when we're moving in these states energetically, that for a lot of people it's just they kind of shut down consciously, but they're still awake. It's really interesting. It's like hypnosis kind of, but it's not. If anything, it's more like you will have the state in which you're not coming back faster than you want. You're going to have to be like, all right, I need to come back because it's been a long time. It's very different. Yeah, yes, I do. I both conscious and asleep and astral, awake and astral. When we're doing our astral meditations, I prefer people to stay awake. Some people, they have to lay down because they can't be comfortable for long periods of time sitting up, in which case a lot of them end up sleeping. But we are moving and starting, and the idea is to stay conscious. Yeah. It is a long time. Oh, wow. Yeah. You don't have, Karen doesn't have that problem as much as she used to. When we first started, that was almost every single time you were falling asleep and then waking up right after. But then when we would be talking about it after the meditation, you'd be like, oh, I remember that. You would know what we were talking about, which if you were asleep completely, you would not remember that. So you were in a deep, deep state. And we're doing both. We're going deep and then going high. So we have to go deep to get high, basically, how that works. Go deep to quantum leap. And sometimes that takes a person's consciousness and just kind of shuts it off to a certain degree while they're still connected subconsciously. And then as soon as you hear stuff, you'll be like, oh yeah, I recognize that. Oh yeah, I remember that. But you don't remember until somebody triggers you with a word or a phrase or a visual. And then they go, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That happens a lot in my meditations with people. They'll be like, oh, just woke up and I don't remember anything. And then we'll find you actually do remember stuff. So that just goes to show you how that works on a conscious level, on a soul-based level, what's all connecting. And yeah, here they lost a long time, a real long time. Sometimes I'm just like, okay, it's like we gotta, lately they've been 2 hours. So yeah, long. Because first we do this whole thing with our bodies. And it really depends who's present, what's going on, what I'm feeling once we get in there, what I'm connecting to, and what I'm being guided to do to work with our energy collectively. And I'll talk to individuals, but I won't use names because I'm not really feeling exactly who it is. Sometimes I just know like, oh, we just need to, collectively go through a process, or I'm feeling, some tightness here or blockage here. We just work through this whole thing physically, energetically, spiritually before we start to. And then sometimes during that process, boom, I'm channeling and we're being taken, and it happens real quick. People will say that they start to see things visually before I'm talking about it. And then that's when you know we've already leaped. We're already there. You're out of body. You can still maybe feel your body. You just astral projection doesn't mean that you're detached from your body. It means that your consciousness is elsewhere while you're aware of it and really part of that, driving that process. What I do is as a guide or as a facilitator, I'm just kind of telling us where we're going, reading the map. And it's always different, but it's always awesome. So without further ado, people, let's get into a little bit of cards for here, the 27th of July. I hope I answered your questions and that all sounds really good. I know it seems a little bit complicated, but the more that you get into, more that you do it, the more that you understand. And the fact that you've already been into that and been experiencing that sort of thing is just going to make it easier. And once you get more into working with your body and your energetic body, and again, like I said, I highly recommend doing this sort of thing in the bath shower type combination because it is a portal and the water is a conduit and you're alone and you're naked and you can regulate the noises. Usually the water helps to drown things out, and really quickly you can connect and astral project in that space. It's also a good place to do natural DMT activation, which we'll probably be doing today as well. So that'll also help as you activate your third eye through natural DMT activation that we do. That will help you as well because your third eye will open up more and more and you'll be able to connect and stay connected and not I guess jump out or bail out or whatever. So can you meet with your loved ones in higher dimensions? Well, they can project if they want to project into some type of visual whatever for you to see. But typically if you're meeting with them, it's more of an energy thing. It's more of a feeling of that. But I would say that's like a mediumship type skill. And that's a good way to work on it for sure. And yeah, you can absolutely connect with that's kind of the whole point. That's what we're doing. When we are going into astral, we're meeting with our entire spirit tribe, our ancestors, the high council, which is the entire angelic team, the ascended masters, Mother Gaia, Mother Father God, them, it's all kind of there. So some people will say that they can, there's real visuals going on. They're projecting in that way. And sometimes it's just their energy. It really kind of depends on you. But the short answer is yes. Yeah, that is true. If they're coming through to communicate with you, then that would mean that they're in a higher dimension, higher plane of existence to be able to come down and do that. If they're not, then typically they're earthbound anyway. And so, yeah, that's a totally kind of different thing. So I work as a medium, whether I'm whether I'm in astral or not. And I never connect with any spirit, soul, whatever you want. This is annoying. Whatever you want to call it, them. Who are not in a higher plane of understanding and awareness. I never connect with anything or bring in messages for anybody from anyone that is not of a higher frequency and vibration. Yeah, confused. I like the word confused. They're confused. So there are, and that definitely does happen. Confused souls who have not left that space of transitioning their attachment in an unhealthy way, unfortunately. Okay, so make some room here, you guys. Can you hear the music? I don't have it too loud. Hopefully they'll be stopping with a bang real soon. Oh yeah, it's already after 6. That's weird. Be right back, guys. Okay. Oh, it's so dark in here. Hopefully the hopes of the time. So we're gonna get started on the cards. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. Well, there's different things that can happen in astral projection. So it really just depends on different things. But yeah, we're definitely yeah, it's very I would say it's kind of a little bit dreamlike in a sense, but very visual. If you're meant to see if you're meant to feel yourself as in body, you will, but for the most part it's just yeah, it just kind of depends. You'll see. Yeah, you'll see. It's cool. Okay. So we're going to get into the Archangel Oracle cards first. And I think I have the wrong box. I have things kind of messed up here. Yeah, I knew I did that. Yes, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I love that movie. Okay, so we have our Archangel Oracle cards here. And first off, I just want to say thank everybody for being here in this Divine Now moment here on the 27th of July for this Power Ascension Day. I want to welcome in our divine counterparts, our spirit tribe, one and all, our high council that comprises of the angelics, the fae, and the galactics, and of course Gaia, the ascended masters. Right now we're going to be tapping in with the energies of the archangels to get messages for today. So again, thanks everybody for being here. Take a nice deep breath for me, and let's everybody think about the messages that we want to receive and the messages that we're getting from our spirit tribe, from the High Council. Let's start to feel into our bodies at this time. Take a few deep breaths. Just really wanted to clear these. Hope you start feeling blissful, joyful, in love, feeling the abundance, feeling our divine counterparts really coming in and getting close to us at this time. We might even start to get extra warm. Sorry about that. Say thank you all for being here so much, for giving us guidance. First card out is Comfort. And Archangel Azrael says, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Okay, so Azrael's coming in saying, remember, above and beyond anything else, that your own self-care and healing should be your top priority. And to know that whatever has or needs healing, as you become aware of it and ask your body, your spirit, your mind, your heart, and of course your body, to let go, to come into a natural, authentic vibration of what you're meant to be, you'll get messages and be directed in ways, you'll be divinely guided in what are the best ways to heal and transmute. And this is also why so much is coming through about working with Gaia, because anything of nature, like we're talking about the oils, really does help. Really does help. Okay, next. Chakra clearing. What are we talking about? Same thing. Chakra clearing. We're healing. We're clearing. This is with Metatron. Archangel Metatron says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Again, being reminded, people, myself included, to get either new or more, to cycle through the images that you have on your walls and around you, and especially those that are of sacred geometry, whether they're ones you created that you were guided to create, or ones that you purchase or download. I highly suggest doing that, and that's what this is also big time, and that also helps a lot with projection. Spot on. I know. I love Metatron. Thank you, Metatron. So he says, it's a great way also to tap in creationally. Chakra clearing. Now, aside from the aside from the geometric shapes and working with them in sacred geometry, we want to really tap when we work, and we'll do that today when we're tapping in with our chakras and working with chakra clearing. So, but this is very specifically. So this could be spend time when you take naps or when you go to sleep to turn on frequency music, healing frequency music. Just kind of go as guided. You could do all your chakras. You could just do a general healing frequency music. You can do specific ones. So your specific chakras. Aside from that, energy healing, going to Reiki, something that I do, doing your own practices through meditation, through yoga, through working with crystals and laying down and putting crystals on your chakras and learning it. That's a great way to learn about crystals and your chakras at the same time, and essential oils. Google, what are good crystals to clear and open up my root chakra? And do that for every single one of your chakras. What are good crystals? What are good essential oils? What are good practices for these different things? You want to open up and work with every single one of your chakras in a real intentional way. And there are several different ways you can do this. So you can do this visually, and you could do this energetically, and you can do this also through your physical scent system, working with clearing out and balancing your energetic system and your physical system through essential oils. Any of that stuff and all of that stuff will help you. 2 more cards that came up from the archangels. First, we have Beloved One with Shamuel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. He says we're specifically speaking to today being a Power Ascension Day, and today being about another deeper activation of receiving and also releasing at the same time, so we can bring into our entire systems the greater awareness and connection for our own soul selves and origins and stories and lives, and how we connect to others through them. So much the same way we go, oh, I knew so-and-so when I was in 5th grade, and then you always have this connection to them. And if you were to see them again 40 years later, there's that bond. Well, it's the same thing with soul family through other lifetimes. And when we're in this lifetime together, when we're supposed to meet up, the more we remember these past lifetimes and connect to the wisdom and the knowledge and the themes and the frequencies in which that we were in those lifetimes, and especially who we were with. And this would be for more of the lifetimes that we spent in mission specifically, not in what we call like a more of a passive or experimental lifetime, because those were for growth on different levels. We're talking about the lifetimes in which we were of service in some way, so healers, artists, anything that had to do with that, and especially also our soul level connections is what we're tapping into. So Shamuel's coming in saying so aside from, working on that, going deeper into the meaning of what this is twofold. One, with you now, and really tapping into the web of what your past lives are, and depending on who you are, co-current lives, and also for those people who are connected to those lives in those same lifetimes, as well as now. So if you want to close your eyes and kind of picture this, you've got this like circuit board, and you're one of these circuits in your life right now, and then you kind of push your activation on, and then you send out your energy, and then it just hits the other circuit boards, which are past or co-current lives, and the people that are attached to those lives, that happening at the same time with them. So these are the activations that are happening. And as that happens, there's this boom kind of transmutation, as well as if you've ever seen those big kind of those star explosions. So they'll be this expansion and contraction kind of thing. So it's in and out and in. So it's the within understanding and remembrance and recognition in these big energetic ways, and then sending that pulse out to our past and co-current lives that we are in now, and were in the past, and who we were connected to then, and why we're connected now. And these are the activations that are connected to eclipses and new moons and full moons, and the 27th a lot, and also our different stargates. So we have different times in which these big days are in play. This is one of those days. I've seen your massive painting. The one that I've seen, that massive painting. I love that massive painting. Oh, by the way, Willow, I think that my Cosmic Fairy portal came to, I know we were talking about this earlier, but I didn't even think about it. I think it came today, and we couldn't get it from the post office because it was packed. They're only open from 12 to 2 on Saturdays here. And we don't get regular mail to our like mailboxes. They don't deliver to the houses in the mountains here. They just go to the post office. And so apparently when Rick went, it was this huge line. So I'll get it on Monday. I was like, I know what it is. I know what it is. So is that the painting? And Sean says, I think I'm falling in love with the YouTuber. She has brown eyes and is a psychic. Oh, she sounds awesome. She loves you. You're so cute. Okay, so beloved one. So look at these 2 cards that came out. Uh-oh, what'd I do? So these 2 cards came out together, you guys. So first we had comfort, then chakra clearing, and then we have beloved one, helping you get in connected with your soulmate relationship. Again, soulmate, divine union, number 1. That means with you and then everybody else. Remember, like I said, the internal, the external. It's not all about this external finding this, finding people and all that. It's from the inside out first. So that's what that's about. So beloved one, soulmate relationship, we're working on this. And that also means they're working on it. And by they, that means all of the thems, all of the theys are working on it, and whether they're conscious of it or not. And you are working on it. And every day, as you make your choices and you follow your guides and you open up and you allow for the unfoldment of this beautiful existence, and you don't press and you don't push and you don't block and you flow like a beautiful river that has rocks and all sorts of stuff in there, but you flow anyway. The more you're able to get into these places of just comfort and bliss and acknowledgement of the process, and not press and not worry again. So beloved one, with all that. Next one, relationship harmony. So these 2 came out together. This is Raguel saying, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So that's, sorry, it shouldn't be going on too much longer. So that, it's like the hottest day ever. And it's like the one day I've had my hair down all day. It's really weird. But I just haven't felt like I'm hot. I feel like I'm wearing a carpet. Okay, so relationship harmony. Healing the hearts of everyone involved. This could mean, again, two things. Number one, that it means that people that maybe that you have had it in this life, that maybe there's some estrangement from, some separation from, that's getting mended on both sides so that there can be a reconciliation, a coming back together in some way. And the second part of that could mean that just by doing this with other people, that those that are meant to be in your life, your soulmates, your twin flames, your soul family, you and them are going to be better equipped and healed and cleared to have more open, healthy, honest, authentic, loving, blissful, joyful relationships, because you have done this healing with yourself and with other people. And if there are these situations with people and maybe you think, no, it's not possible to mend fences, it's not possible to get in, to whatever, that's fine. Recognize these relationships, send them love, send the people love, send the situation love, go back and think about the circumstances, whatever comes to your mind, and pretend that you're sitting and standing there in those situations where you were, and that you're a third party and you're sending them and your self-love, and then let it transmute and let go. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here with this. So we have Shamuel, Raguel, Metatron, and Azrael. What a group, you guys. Comfort, chakra clearing, beloved one, and relationship harmony, all in alignment with getting us ready to be our healthiest, clearest, most authentic selves, to receive more for ourselves, our missions, and for those who are supposed to be in our lives going forward. Okay, any questions? Where are we going now? Abundance. Okay, angels of abundance. Unless we have any questions, guys. Questions, comments. It's fine if you don't. 6:33. 4 people, 3 likes. This is cool. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Albert. I like the self-forgiveness and sending love back in time to yourself. Yeah, it works. It works. It really does. You can go anywhere you want to in time. It's not linear. You can project. You can't necessarily change the past, but you can change the vibration in which how you're connected to the past in any situation by going to that place and space and time and being there energetically and healing it from that point in time. And you'll feel it resonate with your current and future timelines as well, for them and for you. It'll instantly diffuse the negative energy. It'll take this like ball of molten like lava that's just like in your field, that's causing some kind of block, whether it's that big or this big, depending on the situation. It's doing this and it's tangled up and it's somewhere in your field. And we may have many of these. Think about every year and every situation with every person or yourself or whatever. This is why we need to clear over and over. This is why we need to heal. This is why it's layers and layers and layers, peeling. These layers and the peeling are these points in time sometimes that are these things. We don't get sick and ill and fucked up in the head for no good reason. There are things that happen from the time we're this big to the time we're this big. It doesn't matter. We're always in this state and we're always needing to do this. And so when we work with ourselves in the past, we heal ourselves in the present and the future. It absolutely is a real thing, and it works. It works so well. You'll be amazed at how well it works. And this is something that came up in our last meditation, which was take an inventory of these situations in your life. Do some automatic writing to be aware of these situations and circumstances, these balls of energy in which you need to pay attention to, and go and do these practices with. So if you want some more information on that and really to get deep into it, I suggest that you listen to that meditation from what day was that? What was the last meditation that we did? Today's the 27th, so 22, from the 22. Okay, so we're going to get into the angels of abundance. And if you guys can, for me, just really think specifically about this portal, about connecting with the abundance matrix. And what that means is there's this whole higher level, higher vibration frequency map, crystalline, energetic matrix that is superimposed deep within Gaia, and it radiates out and it receives in from Mother, Father, God as well. And so we are connected to that. And so what's been happening is that's coming more and more online. What has happened in the past is that's been kind of pushed down. We've been in this state of lack and poverty and not being able to, do the things that we want because of this, 3D kind of bullshit way of thinking in our matrix world. But now we're turning on and tapping into the abundance matrix, which first and foremost taps into our creativity, which everything starts from our root chakra. So our abundance matrix begins with that passion, that creativity. The abundance, a lot of times people think like, oh, that means like abundance in, money or finances and success and things like that. But truly, the abundance matrix is rooted in the passion of creation and divine union. And everything from the abundance matrix, everything stems out from that. It's the seed, if you will. And everything fractals out from that. So we've been working more with the abundance matrix more. Well, it started at the beginning of the year, or the last day of the year last year is when Jesus came in and brought me the information about the abundance matrix. I had not heard about it before. And after that, I was like, this is sounding really new to me, and it was, and it's because it was meant to be. But at least here, through me, through this portal, we are highly aware of the abundance matrix, and those of us who have been in the space have been working with the abundance matrix. And I think that anybody that has been in the space can say for sure that creational energy has definitely ramped up. And so that extends out into all aspects of high vibrational abundance. Now, remember, abundance can mean an abundance of things that are not so good too. Abundance just means abundance. So you got to be careful about your abundance thinking and all that. Clean energy food is the first card that comes up. So specifically talking about our diet, what we're consuming, at least when it comes to what we're eating and drinking. So let's see what we say here. When you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. Look at how cute this card is. Little girl with her kitty. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. What does it say? Doesn't our reality literally come within our own body? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I would say that our experiences and what we experience in our reality is greatly influenced by the energy in which what we're projecting. Absolutely, where our thoughts lie and what we're thinking about and where our energy goes and all that. That's why it's so important to be aware of your thoughts, not be just mindlessly out there, you know, just thinking, you know, we catch ourselves thinking dumb shit sometimes that is super inconsequential. I'm green again. I'm green again. Come on. I hate being green. And so what that means is that if you're in a state of worry and fear and turmoil in some way, your reality is going to reflect those circumstances. If you're in the opposite, and bliss and joy and abundance and happiness and all this stuff, your reality is going to reflect that. You cannot, you know, we can't, there's certain things in our reality, obviously, that we can't control. And so, you know, some people take that a bit too far. And, you know, obviously we can't control what's the world, some, you know, the world stuff, but in our immediate projection of reality. And this is about also manifestation and all that. All that good stuff. Archangel Satchel, angel of wealth, water, success, and prosperity. I was listening just outside, I was listening to, oh, I'm excited for you to get your cosmic fair. So am I. Yeah, you showed me that incredible painting. That is an you know, there's a lot of beautiful messages in scripture for sure. And that is definitely one of them because it's very true. It really is. Unfortunately, a lot of the time and a lot of us, we learn to disattach from our hearts, to be afraid of our hearts, to be afraid of that, what that is. A lot of people think that they're even there, but they're not. So yeah, that's beautiful. Very true. Okay, so clean energy food. So back to this real quick, you guys. Okay, so first off, we want to say that you guys have been doing an amazing job in being more conscious about what you're consuming. Those of you that have let go of eating meat more and more or completely, you are commended in that. Your awareness and your understanding of the processes of your body and really what food is, what nutrition is, what's good for your body, what's bad for your body, and being aware of that for you, not just the basics, but for you. We all have been doing better at that. We've all been better at letting go of things that are not good for us, leaning into things that are changing our palates, doing much better in this regard. So first off, we're to be commended for this. We're being applauded, and they're all standing up saying, bravo, you guys, for doing such a great job and for also inspiring others to do that too. For doing better for yourself and for helping others to do better for themselves. We can see this explosion. I just had a Beyond Burger today at Carl's Jr. I didn't think I would ever have well, it's kind of weird because it's a Beyond Burger. I ordered a, this is hilarious. I ordered a Western bacon cheeseburger, but a Beyond Burger. Totally not thinking about the bacon part, but I wanted the Beyond Burger. Hi, honey.
Hey, I'm ordering.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
I was going to do that later on. Thank you.
Well, you want to do it?
No. Go ahead. No, I wasn't going to bug you because we're out. It was so hot.
I thought you were going to be in a long.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the meditation yet. So thank you.
Okay.
Rick is watering. So anyway, I ordered the Beyond Burger Western Bacon Cheeseburger. And I open it up and there's just like bacon. I'm like, I know that's real. He goes, oh, you want to send it back? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to waste it. It's just sat there for a second, took off the bacon, and enjoyed a Western non-bacon cheeseburger that was a Beyond Burger at Carl's Jr. And Rick had a Beyond Famous Star. He's been eating a lot less meat and doing really great with his whole diet and everything. He gives me all of the credit on that, but he's been doing amazing. Like he wants more vegetarian stuff. He looks for it now. It's fantastic. So he was like, ooh, bacon. He's like, oh no. I went, shit, didn't even occur to me when I ordered a Western Bacon Cheeseburger, I was gonna get friggin' bacon. Anyway, there's this awareness, global awareness about not consuming meat, getting healthier about our diets, doing things like that. So first and foremost, that's the first thing that came through is just please let everybody know how great they've been doing. And you're encouraged to continue. Blessed are the meek, they shall inherit the earth. I love my heart. Tuna and grape juice. Hi, Rick. Tuna and grape juice. Okay. So with that said, you guys, when it comes to the energy food, kind of tying back in, and I have talked about this before, tying back into the chakra clearing. These two things working together in conjunction. So if you really want to get into working with your energetic system and clearing out your chakras, you're going to eat fruits and vegetables that are in conjunction with the colors of your respective energy centers. So reds, purples, oranges, yellows, blues, greens, all these different types of colors in nature are the colors that you need to consume. If you can consume all of those colors in one day or in one meal, like a fruit salad, something like that, it's fantastic. A smoothie. So get in your blueberries, get in your banana, get in your raspberry, get in your plums, throw some mint in there, just colors. Colors are a frequency of vibration and they correspond to your energetic system and centers in your body. So to be aware of that. And tap into those energies too. So that's the other message that's coming out for that. Okay. 2 more cards for abundance. Donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, and other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. So yes, most definitely, I'm being asked to remind you guys, for anybody that is into, and this is not advertisement for me, but anybody that's into doing any kind of volunteer work for me, I have a lot of projects to be done. I want to thank right now Karen for helping me recently with a couple of projects that I'm working on. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to what I wanted to get to by today, but we are in process of that. And so aside from that, that's just personal. Okay. Aside from that, this type of energy definitely deposits more and more and more positive, creational, loving energy into the pool so we can all be in abundance. So when we give our time, give our love, give our energy to support other people who inspire us in whatever way that may be, Doesn't have to be a professional person that inspires you, but whoever it is, however it is, to acknowledge it. Your intention means a lot. So that's that. And then the next one was attracting, not chasing. Let me show you the picture. I need to show you guys the picture for this. It's beautiful. And then attracting, not chasing. And here's the picture for that. We have seen this card before. We've seen, I think, all these cards before. Anything or anyone you chase after will run in the other direction because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Think about Pepe Le Pew and Pussyfoot. And she's just like, what the hell? Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So again, just not pressing that whole, like, you know, when people, if we're talking about relationships, is that kind of lonely, desperate energy of, you know, like, where's my people? Where's my man? Where's my woman? You know, kind of, you know, where are they? Kind of energy that really repels people because it's that desperation, neediness. If that's what we're talking about when it comes to relationships, when we're talking about just abundance and money and maybe a job or clients or anything, it's good to stay in the vibration of, instead of projecting out, is going within, thinking about what you're grateful for, not pressing, not chasing, not trying to convince, not going after things really in a pressing kind of chasing manner, but being passionate about your own self and what you're doing with you. So again, inward, not outward. Alrighty, so then there's that. So we have attracting, not chasing, donations, tithing, and charitable work, clean energy, food. So those are the messages for today from the Angels of Abundance. Okay. And we're going to go into the heart of fairy. Heart of fairy. So let's welcome in our fae, beautiful fairies. They raise their hand. We're next. So again, because this is a Power Ascension Day for soulmate, soul, family, and twin flames, we're hearing from the Heart of Fairy Oracle. Well, looky here. Lady of Faith. Card number 44. We have 4 people, 4 likes. It was just 208,844 into our feed. And we got a couple of stowaways from, wow. Got a couple of stowaways from the Wild Unknown deck. Oh, gotta love it when that happens. Who did that? We got the 2 of Swords, and look at that. Two Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. And the 44, the Lady of Faith. Just Give me a second here. So whenever I get this card, just first of all, I'm going to let you guys know, this always means, yeah, 2, 4, and 44. In this context, this is speaking directly to the eclipse energy in which we've been talking about. Even the description of this video talks about the eclipse energies I just talked about a little bit ago. On 7/27/2018, a year ago exactly from today, we had an eclipse. We had an eclipse on 7/2 of this month. So 7/27 last year, 7/2 this month. So eclipse energies are directly associated with these portals. So this is talking directly to that. This is reinforcing our energy and really sending home and really wanting you guys, all of us, to feel into this eclipse energy. And eclipse energy is like it's a cosmic reset and thrust at the same time. It's like that. Energetically, they're so great because it's like the super pulse, just kind of sending us forward, but also kind of pushing back as well. So that energy of eclipses, big time here. Okay, and then Chevy 4x4 with the extended cab. Definitely with the extended cab. Okay. And then we have card number 4, the Pentacles. This card always means to me, this is our divine counterparts, specifically our guardian angels, our ascended masters that work with us very, very closely. And the infinite love light energy and portal energy. And so basically this card always means to me, we're reminded that during these transitional periods and these stargates and portals and these eclipses, when things can be so intense, and a lot of changes, sometimes it's turmoil and chaos, sometimes it's big releasements, sometimes it's big changes, some shakeups and breakups, or big things happening, all sorts of stuff. We just need to be reminded that we are in that space and they are with us, and to and we have the Lady of Faith here. So this is a part, these cards, like all like me seeing these, this is just really, really cool. So we have the Lady of Faith with these other cards. I'm going to move on. I'm going to shuffle some more. My card just flew. Let's all see it together. The Child. Card number 24. Another 2, 4, 24. So 44, 24, card 2 and card 4. The Child. So the Lady of Faith and the Child. These are amazing cards. Look at them. I love these cards so much. Wow. Okay. Justice is blind. Sometimes. Card number 54, the leaving. So 24, 44, 54. Okay, we're going to switch to the fairy. So it's a heart of fairy. We're going to go to the fairy. We got a 4 in this one. No, we have the number 3. The guardian at the gate. Perfect card. And one more. I'm hearing one more card. The guardian at the gate flying out onto the computer. As we're talking, as we're in this gate and portal, really in resonance with the guardian or the singer of initiation from our last reading. Geo the Slow. Look at his name. You see why I was like, what? Geo the Slow. Interesting. Okay. Real quick, we're gonna go in order, I'm hearing. So I'm gonna go directly to, I'm gonna break out our books, go and read the Lady of Faith. From the Heart of Fairy, she's card number 44. I need my glasses. Copy on this is so light. Okay. Belief in oneself, brave heart, fortitude. The Lady of Faith keeps and guards the belief in oneself. She is armored against the criticism of others and holds firmly to the belief that she is of worth. When you feel the difficulty of trusting your judgment, believing in yourself and what you stand for, ask this lady to be present. She will lend you her armor and her self-faith. Notice that though her head and shoulders are protected, she leaves her heart exposed. To armor the heart is to close oneself off from experience, and that is something she does not wish to do. You can be open to the opinions, beliefs, and needs of others. You can open your heart to them while donning protective armor to deflect harmful energy and not allowing it to undermine your confidence in yourself. Like the Lady of Faith, you must believe in and value yourself while keeping your heart open to others around you. Fortitude 4. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Okay, we've reached that point in the day where I must put my hair up. I can't. I'm just too hot. I lasted all day, and here we are. The sun is pretty much down, and I'm needing to put my hair up. It is 7:05. What does that say? 7:05, 7:06. Really? 7:05 here in the Pacific. Oh, I just got so warm. When I work with the cards too, it's just like, and I start bringing in all these energies, I get so warm every time. It's been 105 today. I've been okay until now. The sun is down, and now I'm hot. So, like the Lady of Faith, you must believe in and value yourself while keeping your heart open to others around you. Definitely in theme with what we've been talking about, you guys, with the whole soul family, soulmate, transmutation, getting in harmony, bringing all this stuff in. So having faith in oneself opens us up to other people. Okay, next one, the child, card number 24. The child. I love this card so much. Pure joy, sense of wonder, without judgment. Look at this fairy child. She embodies pure delight, pure joy of being alive to the world around her. Children spend time in the realm of fairy without realizing that it's a separate reality, and for them, perhaps it isn't. Our son Toby used to see fairies all the time. We just took it for granted that he could and encouraged the interaction. A lot has been written about getting in touch with your inner child, but it isn't always as easy as it seems. To experience something without judgment is almost impossible for an adult. We have too much to compare it with, but we must try to do just that. When you pick the child, take a few minutes to really look at it. Look at the creature in the background as well. That creature is looking at the little spark of light, just like the fairy child is. They share that experience. The spark is reflected in their eyes and echoed in the lights at the tips of the child's wings. In the distance, you can see another little light. Is it getting closer or leading you further in? What happens if you follow it? The child can fly. Imagine flying with her. Follow that light and see where it leads you. If the child is a part of a larger spread, then try to imagine seeing the situation you are in as a child would see it. Don't analyze, just observe and see what happens. So, tapping in with your inner child, the wonderment, that wide-eyed, setting aside judgment of anything and just feeling into that, especially when it comes into creation. You know, when you watch a child do art, they don't typically, especially the younger ones, as they get older, it changes. But young children, they don't give a shit. They just go for it. They don't care what they're just doing. They're not like, is it going to be good? Am I going to mess up? Are people going to like it? They're just in it. I used to teach art to children, and it fed my soul so much to just see their expression just open up just from these perspectives of their little lives, their short little lives, and be excited to look at each other's work and look across the table at each other's work and see what everybody's done, and everybody have this understanding that it's all perfect. It's all perfect. And excited about each other's work and stuff. And this is the type of thing I want to cultivate with us as adults. So, the child. So try to be and work in that space more. Letting go of judgment, letting go of how you may look. I was talking with Shannon the other day. She's doing this really cool thing where she's having this lady come in and do breath work and get into your body. And she's like, there's one spot where you're like, have to feel into whatever animal you're feeling at the time and kind of move around and breathe like them. She's like, I don't know if I could do that. And I'm like, you just really got to let go and not give a shit. She's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's just kind of how you have to try to be as much as possible. We're not always running around acting like animals that we are connected to, but we should be more and more running around with that little kid very much present in our daily lives as much as possible. Okie dokie. Moving on. Number 54, the leaving. Moving forward, order and directions. This makes sense, doesn't it? Aren't all these cards just so... I love how cards work. Very thematic. Okay, everything you do, every new endeavor means leaving something behind. This can be a place, a person, or even a state of mind. You can't move forward without leaving some of what you were behind you. This is growth. It is important to acknowledge the leaving of things as you begin your journey. When you leave your house to go on a journey, be it long or short, it is a normal thing to tidy up a bit before going. Putting things in their proper places, making sure that the plants are watered and the dishes are washed, in a way of ordering your mind and preparing it to go on the next step. When you journey psychologically, spiritually, or metaphysically, you will also do well to leave your thoughts in order before you depart on that first step. Just as you would not venture into unknown territory without a map, you would be wise to ask for directions before you leave. In a reading, this may mean taking another card to guide you on those first steps. Okay, so very much letting us all know we are literally turning the page and starting a new chapter with every aspect of our lives and moving in a way where we're headed into very new territory. So it's really important to get our shit together now. Get our stuff tidy. Get us as healthy and baggage free to go on our journeys and to meet up with people in a really clear and conscious way, and having direction for it, or at least knowing that you're moving on in a direction. And that you're happy for the evolution. Excited. Gotta get that kid. There's that kid there. I love that. I love that there's a child on this journey with his little stick and little pack there. It's so cute. Really tapping into this energy here. Go on your journey, and go on your journey in wonderment. Be excited of that. When you go on our leaving, we're leaving and we're beginning. This is when Gaia came in. Well, she came in before this, but she came in specifically on the day that we were doing the meditation, where we were working with our energetic tails. And she was talking about how there are no endings. There's just transitions. And it's just our perspective. So the leaving doesn't need to, it's transitions. So we're very much transitioning. We're leaving old patterns, old thought processes, old illnesses, old addictions, old people, old jobs, old frequencies, old geography, old everything. There's so many aspects. Old ways of thinking, old ways of living, old ways of eating and sleeping and being and doing in so many ways. And eventually who we're spending our time with and how that energy is focused. Okay, so we're going to go to Geo the Slow, card number 43. Any questions so far about any of this stuff, you guys? Okay, here we go. Right on the heels of the leaving, we have Geo the Slow. Cycles of time, slowness, waiting, and patience. Geo, the gnome of slow processes. Geo is the gnome of slow processes, sorry. Oh, good. I'm so glad, honey. Albert says it's all resonating with him big time. Good, good, good. Okay. How long is it going to take for that water to wear that rock away? How much has that mountain grown or eroded in the last millennium? Geo is there watching attentively, making certain that things don't happen too fast, resulting in a slipod job. It is he who watches the waves slowly encroach on the shore, wearing away the cliffs. Elsewhere, to keep things in balance, he watches as certain mountains slowly grow taller. Geo is also the master of the clarification process, whereby we let something sit quietly while the impurities slowly settle themselves out, allowing the substance to purify itself in time. Oh, let's just take that in here for a second, you guys. Please, 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 please. This is a beautiful, beautiful visual and lesson at 2:30:33 into our feed. Because as we transmute, as we heal, as we clear, as we are really consciously pulling off and slicing off layers, there is kind of this deeper core that, be it big or small, whatever, and it's ever changing and moving. And as somebody who taps into other people's energies in a really, really deep, intimate way, when I do my healings and stuff, and I work with Gaia and with everybody that I do, there's this kind of understanding of this kind of this deep, this deepness, this thing that takes its time to just slowly start and continue to transmute. It's very slow. There's healings and chunks and just boom, major dumps, major dumps, major dumps, right? And that's what these portals are for and stuff. But then there's also just the ever-growing and slow way that we, and on some levels, on a deep level, that remembrance kind of level, that we slowly start to get into that. So I'm going to read this one more time. Geo is also the master of the clarification process, whereby we let something sit quietly while the impurities slowly settle themselves out, allowing the substance to purify itself in time. So again, not pressing. If there's something that's so deep, so painful, so hurtful, that even, those of us have had these situations where we've blocked them from our consciousness. They're that dark and deep and hard, that in the process of these things, they've been blocked from our conscious, and they're just in our subconscious. And those are the things that, as we heal the outer layers, the inner layers are slowly dissipating too. So once we get to them, they're easy to take care of. So we need to be aware of those ones too. We need to acknowledge that we can't just do a clean sweep and make everything perfect and go away that's ever hurt us or affected us negatively, blah, 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 blah. That just doesn't happen. And that's when we get triggered in really big ways, and there's like these big explosions with people who think they're like, or, you can think like, oh, they're totally this, and then there's these big changes that happen, or these big realizations. It's because they're surprised at their own station and status. So anyway, moving on. Geo doesn't understand why we rush about so, missing out on the slow changes in the worlds around us. He is amazed at the stress and problems we create for ourselves by doing that. He wonders how we can survive if we don't sit down and watch the sunrises and sunsets, or if we don't have time to enjoy our lives, especially if we are so busy rushing around with the idea that we are making things good for ourselves later, but never now. The thing about Geo's processes is that they all proceed in good order. Fruit ripens on time, grain is ready at harvest time, and the moon and earth cycle each other in equitable balance, neither too quickly nor too slowly. These natural processes work well, and in our own lives, it is helpful to use them for models, finding the right pace, the right the right pace that allows natural low stress growth and progress and joy. The world isn't turning any faster, so we might ask ourselves why we are trying to cram more into our days. Slow down, sit back in your chair and think a little. Why are you going so fast? What do you hope to gain from it? Are you metaphorically trying to push the river? What kind of stress is being created in your life by hurrying? The presence of Geo is in a reading indicates that the situation or issue is part of a long process that cannot well be hurried. Yeah. It is important to settle in for the long haul and to let a pace that you can maintain for as long as needed while remaining relaxed and patient. If you are short on patience, try cultivating your acquaintance with the singer of the chalice. You will find life much more delightful if you do. Geo himself clearly does, to judge from his face. Yeah, he's pretty. Very peaceful energy coming from Geo. So, patience. Patience with the process, knowing that we're always in process. We're never done. Not for any of us, ever. And to be patient with yourself and patient with others and to understand the cycles and to get into the moon cycles is a really good thing. To know what's going on with the moon and with energies and with Gaia will really help that. So patience with yourself, patience with others. And observance. There was a lot of talk about observance in this without really using the word, I guess, so much. You're talking about watching things, but being observant without like people watching, you know? When you people watch, you're not involving yourself in the interaction, you're watching. So sometimes it's good to watch, to satellite out and to watch your own process. Okay, and then last but not least, the Guardian at the Gate, card number 3. Okay. Needs more. Ooh. Wow. That was... It's what it is. You know when you drink something and you're like imagining, like expecting one flavor and another thing hits you and you're just like... Guardian at the Gate, new passages to new life, openings, gatekeeping. The principal task of the Guardian at the Gate is to facilitate the passage from one realm to another and to block the passage of that which is not ready to pass. These realms may be Earth, Fairy, the cosmos of the singers, or Unity. They can also be considered as levels of reality or states of consciousness. In one state of consciousness, we are in the ordinary world. In another, we are in Fairy or Unity. Our bodies don't move, but our minds do. The Guardian at the Gate of Unity facilitates the passage of the song into the hearts of the singers and aids the passages of humans and fairies into unity to be filled by that song when it is their time. We cannot make the mystical experience happen to us. We can only open our hearts wider and wider until we are ready, usually only momentarily, to receive it. The Guardian at the Gate recognizes our readiness. Along this line, One Man in the Oracle online group notes, they have this like online Oracle group, so they put some of that into these books. We see the energy gathering into the starry gate or streaming out of it. in this picture, but we cannot tell what is happening on the other side of the gate. This is very suggestive of how these gates and our passages through them can be. This is the primal spirit of all of the guardians that appear when we are about to step through all metaphorical and most physical gateways. From the guardians of the passages between the worlds to the guardians, doorkeepers at your own front door, they are all manifestations of one spirit, like facets of different sizes of the surface of one diamond. Naturally, this card shows the guardian at the gateway of fairy and also to the fairy's oracle itself. Every person, every fairy who has ever helped us through an important passage was manifesting the energy of this guardian. Now, the guardian holds the gate of the other worlds open for us. All we need to do is enter. Drawing this card indicates that a passage is being made to the beginning of something new in our lives. It speaks of new opportunities and new openings. Passing through this gate may lead to a physical journey, a mental or an emotional one, or a journey of the spirit, or all of them. It always leads to adventure. This gateway will also lead to significant change in our lives. The passage through such a gate changes us. The gate we face may not seem like much. The decision to enter may not seem to be a matter of great moment, but the presence of the guardian at the gate tells us that something important is happening. It indicates that going forward through that gate is no small thing, but something to be approached with an awareness and prayerfulness. We are embarking on a new phase of our lives, and there will be no going back once this gate has passed. That is the kind of transition the guardian at the gate leads us to, always to irrevocable change. We may, of course, ask the guardian at the gate for guidance and protection on our journey, and we would be wise to do so. Alternatively, the presence of the gatekeeper in a reading may indicate that you are being asked to help open the gate for someone else, to help provide an opportunity for them. The job of gatekeeper or gatekeeper's assistant is merely to open the gate, not to push people through it. Okay, and additional information, like if we're getting a reversed image here, is a reversed guardian at the gate card can indicate that a gate is closed to us at this time. Perhaps we are trying to start things that we are not ready, that we are truly not ready for, or that are not ready for us. I've been there. Perhaps we are even trying to do something that is inappropriate for us, something that will take us on a dead end or off a road or a timeline that we're not meant to go on. Standing here and banging our heads on a closed gate is not a productive activity. If we have our hearts set on going in a particular new direction and this card is reversed, a good question to ask is, what do I need to do to attend to first in order to bring this opportunity into my life? The answer to that might be that unfinished business from the past may make us unready to move on. So, raise your hand if you're like, I want that, but there's always something getting in the way. So it's the guardian's job to turn you back and say you're not ready. So if so, we need to complete that first, whether it is something in our physical world or in our inner selves. So it could be, or both. An alternative possibility is that the gate is open and we are refusing, probably out of fear, usually always, not sometimes, maybe, to see and enter it. And I've had people just flat out say, I'm scared. I'm scared to go through the gate. I really am. Like full on understandings that I'm right there and I'm scared. I don't know what is on the other side. It's fear of the unknown. And nobody can convince you that it's going to be okay and better than okay on the other side of the gate. You just have to get there yourself. And the Guardian also is really good with people who are trying to get ahead of themselves, like Geo the Slow is talking about, and banging on a gate when you're not ready to cross or go through that gate. Who was I? We may be telling ourselves that it isn't a real opportunity, that it wouldn't really work, that we can't or don't want to, or to do it after all. Talk ourselves out of stuff. Block ourselves, get in our own way, things like this. We might be feeling both an attraction towards it and a substantial fear of it. And we might be denying the fear and giving ourselves all sorts of reasons and rationalizations and justifications as to why a sensible person would not try that. Yet the gate stands open, and there you are. When the Guardian at the gate appears in a reading reverse, deep thought is required. When it appears right side up, the gate is open wide, prepared for an initiation into a new life. So this is one of those checks and balances kind of things. Like, you may be scared, but you're there for a reason. And if you're in that situation where you keep kind of getting pulled back into a situation where you keep seeing the same person, or you're attracted to a certain thing, or deep down, this is a huge branch in my journey, in my timeline, on my tree of life, that I'm just scared to start climbing on because it's big and high and seems very, very like important or something. And a lot of us kind of get there and then really, really talk ourselves out of that for all sorts of reasons, because it seems so monumental and so big sometimes. And I think we all do that. Like I tell people, if you the confidence here that you see within me right now was not always there. I had to get there with all this stuff about me and about everything else. And it's a process, and the understanding, the realization, the faith, the connectedness, all of those things. And just the pure desire to be there, to get there, will get you there. And to push yourself. I always tell people, to grow, you have to be a little bit or a lot of bit uncomfortable. Birthing and growing isn't easy and always comfortable. It's not meant to be. It is meant to expand us. It is meant to being vulnerable is being open, and that is okay. But not if you're in constant fear, because then those two things don't work and you're going to be flung right back out, So, and this is also the time we talked about this in my video at the end of June about the tipping point, the solstice, and that whole big blog and video, that this is also time where there's going to be kind of connections, kind of false starts. If you guys remember that, false starts for connections, and then kind of getting in resonance, and then maybe kind of going away for a bit before coming back. So that's also in play as well. Willow says, this is like a dream I had. I was being pulled way up in this tower, and at the top, Sandra Walter was holding open this gate. I was too scared to even stand up because we were so high. I went in, and there was a man with these glowing numbers in green over his heart. He was like a commander standing straight, asking me if I was ready to learn how this works and how to program my own. I started freaking out, no idea why, but I was terrified. I said I would rather jump out of the tower, but a moment ago I was terrified about being so high. But in this reality, I love heights. Oh, how funny. So what I'm hearing about that is it's very symbolic of these these gates of initiation, these downloads of information that we had, that we're asked. We're really asked, are you ready? Are you ready for more? Are you ready? And do you want that? Like, you could say, give me, give me, give me. And it's like, okay. And then we get, and then we're asked, you know, are you going to, are you? And then it's like, maybe not. And it's okay to say no. It's okay. Like, everybody knows it. You're not ready, but we need to ask you if you're ready, so you can understand maybe you're not ready. And then the next time you're faced with those same questions, you will be, because you've been there before and you're kind of not so freaked out by it. It's absolutely, it's almost just the way it goes. I mean, there's some processes and gates and portals that we get through that we can just slip right through and go, oh, that was easy peasy, no problem. And then there's other ones where we're freaked out, but we're just freaked out. They scare us. And usually those are the ones that I'm always like, if you're feeling resistant, if you're scared or fearful in some way, that's a really good indication that there's something there for you, and not to turn away from it. A lot of people are like, oh, that scared me. That makes me uncomfortable. Must be a bad thing. No, it's not what that means. That means explore it. Might be exactly what it is that you need. It's just hitting you, and it's energetically coming into this understanding of it. And it might be a scary thing at first, but when you understand that there really isn't anything to fear in any of these places and spaces, and the more that you can process and understand and go through these initiations, if you will, these gates, the more they all connect together, for one. And that's fun too. On the journey, because you'll just get some little thing, some little chunk of knowledge, some little download, some understanding, some connection, some synchronicity, and you're like, oh, and then you just kind of hang it there, and then at some other point it'll make sense even more. Hey, Jonas Joe, this is a dream from last year. Wow. Maybe 2 years ago. Holy moly. Hello. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that it felt like it was a bad thing, but what I'm saying is that, you know, sometimes those, I mean, I've been faced with that where I know, like, it's not a bad thing or a negative thing. It's just a big thing. And no. Having full on discussions with my guides, like, you need to do this, and I'm like, because I know it's just like, not ready for that. Even though you think you're not, and you talk yourself out of it. But then the next time you're faced with it, you're like, okay, yeah. Now I want that. I do want that. I do want to know. You don't want to hold back anymore. That seems silly, a waste of time. So it's really about that balance. And if we look at these cards, really, the Geo the Slow, the Leaving, the Guardian at the Gate, this is all big time is all very much along the same themes. Having an ending, leaving, paying attention to the processes, having patience, initiation, being at the gate, the guardian at the gate, working with the guardian at the gate. Again, this stuff here, that energy with the eclipses, and add our guides, the energy of the child starting anew. So we're going through a new gate, and this is the energy we should approach it with. And this too, patience. And then, of course, Lady of Faith. First card out today was the Lady of Faith. Beautiful card, one of my very favorites. Card number 44. That lion there, or I think to me it looks kind of like I see a lion. I don't know. I've shown it to somebody else. They're like, that's not a lion. I'm like, it looks like a lion to me, but whatever. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Either way, I love this card so much. There's just this peace about her, this beauty, this understanding, deep, deep understanding of the processes and allowing for being open. Not giving it all away, but being open. Yeah, definitely intense. But this is just really just very thematic again with where we are, where we're going here on the 27th of July as we're approaching the new moon on the 31st, our second new moon of the month. Very, very significant with all of this energy that we're getting into. And really all of this is just to remind us, you guys, where we are, where we've been, and where we're going, where we want to go, what we want for ourselves, and to really start to get intentional and specific. Karen and I were talking. She's like, I'm getting really intentional and specific about what I want in my life. And I'm like, yes, that's awesome. Do that. That's what you need. Pretend I'm standing at your table, taking your order, and be very specific. If it's the intangibles and you just want, it's ambiguous. That's okay. If it's just thematic about your mission and kind of how you want to be and where you want to go, and there's no actual specifics, that's okay too. Or you could be very specific about certain aspects of your life. As long as you're intentional, that's what's super important. Okay, guys, so here we are, 3:56:06 into this feed. Can't believe it. But we went through a lot of these beautiful cards, got these wonderful messages to go into this astral with us. So what I'm going to do now, though, is I think we should shut down this feed since we're almost at 3 hours and we know how things get with these long feeds. Take a little break. I'm going to go potty. I've got to let my cats kind of see who wants to come in and out since we're at that time. Get some food down for them. Maybe let's take like 15 minutes just because it's approaching that time and I kind of need to get this settled, and then we'll regroup here. Let's say right about 8 o'clock Pacific, and then we will be getting directly into the meditation. So in the meantime, you guys, please go potty, set your space, light some candles, put on some frequency music for yourself, get a little snack, fill your belly so they're nice and comfortable. We do transmute a lot of energy in the astral meditations. So chances are you'll wake up hungry or get out of that You'll get out of it hungry once we get back from the back into body. And so it's always good to don't fill up, but get something in your belly. And we'll be back here at 8 o'clock. And I look forward to seeing you guys. I'm really, really excited about this astral. And I guess that's it, guys. All right. I love you guys so much. I'll see you here in a few, okay? Blueberries and chopsticks. Yeah, there you go. All right, huns. I'll see you in a few. I love you guys so much. Infinite love and blessings. Don't forget the keys to create. And I love you already. I'll see you in just a few, guys. Love you. Bye.